Hello, everybody. It's CJ Miller. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana, in my apartment. We're downtown across the Red River from beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. I'm out on the balcony and I'm going to have dinner. I've been really happy with myself lately. I've really stuck to my diet, which by now it's old hat. Uh, so, by the way, I'm wearing an old hat. But yeah, no. Yeah, I'm kind of used to that. But uh, and I've been going to the gym and everything, and I've done really really well. Friday and Saturday of this weekend, I'm gonna take a break from my routine and just kind of like really loosen the restraints that I put on my diet as as I do every couple of weeks or something like that. Um, and the reason why is I think that it's really good to for me psychologically for one thing just to uh, kind of loosen up every couple of weeks and just for a day or so and just kind of like do what I want to do uh, and then because it's going to be like a holiday week anyways, like an Easter week, weekend or whatever, so whatever, I know that like I'm not following a religious Lent or anything like that. That wouldn't be over until Easter anyway. But it's Holy Week, so. Uh, but I'm not particularly, I don't make myself beholden to religious ritual. That has nothing to do with it. But I just decided, hey, you know what? Uh, at least lighten up a little bit over the weekend, and then at the start of the week, I'll get back to my diet. It has nothing to do with the religious calendar. I promise you, it has to do with my body telling me, you know what, we would like to enjoy some carbs. So let me show you this. I've got coffee, which I've had coffee, but lately I've not put any sort of creamer in it. And then today I was like, you know what? I still have some creamer. I can enjoy my creamer. So I've got some toast. Now this is multi-grain bread. Each slice has about 14 uh, grams of net carbs. It's got like 19 carbs, but five of those carbs each uh, are fibrous. If you do a multi-grain, the carbs are there, but more of them are fiber carbs versus that work with digestion versus nutrition. You know, which is I would say the net carbs provide nutrients to the body, while the fibrous carbs aid in the digestion. And I do have a rice pilaf and a barbecued pork chop. And I'm only having one pork chop right now because I have the pilaf and the bread and everything. And I'm having a couple of pieces of cheese. And so, yeah, and it is about 12:30 a.m. on a Friday morning. And yeah, um, I really the star of this is great. The pork chop. Let me tell you, there's nothing special about it. This is unsalted butter on the toast. Uh, Not an excessive amount, but fun. Most of the time, if I were going to have this, it would maybe I would just make a sandwich of it. And let me tell you, today or yesterday, actually, it's a whole new day. Um, I had two chicken wing portions. You know those wings that I've talked about, and probably the equivalent of one sandwich's worth of roasted turkey. And that was it. That was a 24-hour, not a fast, but very lean. And then before that, I had, say, on the Wednesday, very lean uh, turkey sandwich on this particular bread. Uh, and then I had some chicken wings later in the evening. And then before that, I think I was doing fish and pork chop. Uh, and with the occasional, like I think on two occasions, I had French fries because I was out. But other than that, I've been really good. And actually, like a potato, like a one serving of a potato, won't necessarily screw you over if you're doing like a keto diet. Um, Eating about three portions of potatoes and calling it one serving would probably mess you over. But sticking to um, moderation really shouldn't hurt you as long as it's sporadic and not like an everyday thing. So yeah, I've been really good with that. So anyway, I'm gonna get into eating this toast first off because oh my god. Mm, well, we know what a multigrain wheat toast tastes like with butter, but you know it's really enjoyable to kind of mm, to enjoy it as a treat that I have once in a while and not like all the time. Mm. Although this is a bread that if I had like one or two slices a day, um, as long as I wasn't having carbs in other instances, that would only be 30 grams of carbs, of net carbs, I should say. But I don't know. Okay, so this is not a particular recipe. This is a rice and pasta blend. You can get anywhere. I can do any sort of a special cooking. I just wanted to like have like a fun eating. So well, I'm the kind of person that even when I am dieting, I have fun with it. So because I mostly eat chicken wings and lean fish and things like that, and I really enjoy that kind of stuff. Mm. Mm, delicious. The the pork chops I just put in a little stove and I poured like a bottled barbecue sauce over it, nothing else, and just kind of like boiled it until it was tender in the barbecue sauce. You know, and so it's almost like a stewed pork chop in the barbecue sauce because it's not true barbecue. Barbecue you kind of sort of do over a barbecue like a grill. I don't know. I don't know what makes it. What makes barbecue a barbecue? Is it the flavor? Is it the sauce? Or is it the method of going over an open grill outside? Uh, I don't know. Mm. That is very tender and very delicious. And then the coffee. Now I didn't add sugar to my coffee because this creamer does have a little bit of sugar in it. So if I do that, then I don't add sugar, which I never add sugar to the coffee anyway. Even if I use like a unsweetened creamer, I don't add sugar. But it's a caramel coffee with the hazelnut creamer. It's very delicious, and that's my meal. And I'm going to enjoy it. And basically, this is a good healthy meal. I probably it won't later on in the day because I'm nocturnal. This is my first meal of the day. Uh, um, so by the time most people see this, it'll be sun up. I probably just won't eat again until uh, Friday evening, which is fine um, for me because these carbs are gonna like hit me like oh my god, like on Thanksgiving when you eat and you're like, oh my God, the turkey is going to put me in a turkey coma. That's great. There's a chemical called L-tryptophan in the turkey that does act as a natural relaxant. That is very true. Um, typically, um, it doesn't we don't it doesn't really like we don't eat enough of it to like hit adults like that. What will do it for us, and I love to do this on holidays, load people up with carbohydrates uh, on holidays. I'll have to rethink that strategy as a lot of my people are getting older and we're watching our cholesterols and carbs and things like that. But those carbohydrates that uh, are the net carbs, the ones that provide nutrient to the body and everything. What happens with that is that we get this feeling, this release of serotonin in our brains as a result of just a powerful shot. And it's like, oh my God, we are just content. We are satiated. We are totally, it is totally cool. Now, our natural thing is to like lay down and take a nap, and that's what happens on Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that. We have those big meals, and so you want to like lay back in the recliner and take a nap or something after a big meal like that. It's because the serotonins, as a response to the um, the carbohydrates, which is probably why people get. Now, I guess that the the slang term and that people use it now is hangry, or they get like grumpy with the low blood sugar and uh, with when you get depleted uh, of carbs, you know, so um, then people get grumpy. So it's a natural response to get grumpy when you're excessively hungry, and it's a natural chemical response to the brain to get uh, relaxed and super relaxed when you're having carbs. And it's like, oh my God. It's almost like getting like an internal, like, I don't, I, not massage because there's no feeling, but you know what I mean? That just a total, just, like I'm digesting and uh, food and everything like that. Yeah. So um, it's a natural process. Uh, the thing about food and diet, especially with our exercise and everything like that, and those of us who want to work and be healthy, we want to do is we want to recognize those responses and use that knowledge of those responses to help us moderate you know our diet and our daily lives and our physical activities and things. So but yeah, that's one of the reasons why some people become food addicts, is because of the satiating, the natural good feel of having a full belly. Well, we don't always have to eat to a bloated full belly. Sometimes we can just eat until um, our hunger is abated. You know, as a matter of fact, this little bit that I've eaten, and then I've talked through it, it's like, okay, cool. Well, I can eat a little bit more, but if that were all that I was eating in this meal, I would be okay. And then like maybe an hour or so later, come back and have a little bit more. Um, I will say, anytime that a person can have just a little bit of a meal and then come back a couple of hours later and have a little bit more, and maybe do that, 5, 6 times throughout the day. Small, not a big meal like this, but like a couple of small portions throughout the day. That is so much better for the body to uh, burn the fuel uh, and then replenish the body as need be versus over fueling the body. But that's just you know I don't know that it necessarily um, what can I say? I don't know the science behind that other than the fact that the body tends to want to store food uh, that gets eaten excessively versus um, digest what's not being needed. So if it's a nutrient and your body recognizes it as a nutrient, as fuel, it will store it in fat cells that are basically the fuel tanks of the body, essentially. And then, so to, intake just what we need, uh, maybe with a little bit of reserve, but um, not stretching, uh, not stretching our limits. Um, yeah, but we're animals on an earth that still have primal instincts also, and it's like, um, what does an animal do when there's plenty? Well, he stores up and forages for times when it's very lean. And the way that some animals do that is uh, to pack on the weight, pack it on, and that way they can deal with the lean times. Squirrels and some other animals, they'll pack away. Uh, uh, that's where the phrase "squirrel away" comes from. Or whatever, they'll hoard. But another way to hoard is through gluttony. Through just overeating. Uh, I don't know. But I think through cognitive dieting and exercise and everything, it's perfectly fine to enjoy food. And, you know, it's a practice. It's not something that people just do. People aren't that much different than, you know, beast in the woods. Like if you sit down food in front of us, hungry or not, if it smells delicious and if we find it appealing, we will devour it. We don't really too often pass over food that we enjoy. If we're full, but someone sits down like a sizzling steak and a potato or something in front of us, whatever, we'll probably partake. I don't know too many people, you know, unless there's like some cognitive dieting going on with that. So yeah, that's the benefit that we have uh, as humans, that we really can be aware enough to make decisions about which of our baser instincts we're going to give into at which time, you know, for, yeah, sometimes for social reasons and sometimes for just general health reasons. And thank goodness for that, right? Okay, so love and light